what we're going to do like our 7 teams did in '08. We want teams to hate us. We don't want to be nice guys. When we go out there to have war, we kill them all. That's how we play. We came here in 2008, the first Canadian team ever to win the Super 64, and we ended up being the first team ever to be ranked #1 in America. That summer was the greatest moment of my basketball career. I think I cried, I laughed, I shouted, I hugged people, like I had every emotion imaginable because we proved that Canada has pros. Like in America, this is life. It's life and death for these kids. Let's get that American mentality, but and also having that Canadian character and culture as well. And put it together, that's a deadly combination.
You have 3 games tomorrow. The championship game is at 2, and then there's another championship game at 3.
I'll do both. I have to. I'll be the first one ever to come home with 2 chips, same weekend.
August is pretty, busy for him. He's going to Epic Camp, then he comes back, he's gonna play the Jaden Finch Classic, which is a top tournament that happens every year in Canada. Then he's going back to Ohio for D-Rich. Then the following week, he'll go to...
When's Phenom Camp?
Phenom Camp, the following week. When we say we're from Canada, 3 questions they ask us. Do you know Drake? Do you know Elijah Fisher? Can he really dunk?
Basketball in Toronto, sky's the limit.
When Toronto comes to the table, they bring with it a huge population and a huge private sector. Just the opportunity for more resources.
I went to one of the all-star games out there, and it was crazy just how athletic, how quick, how fast, how big, how strong these guys are, and they haven't even committed to college yet.
I spoke to Bob Hurley Sr., and Coach Hurley's like, Phil, within the last 5 years, Toronto has produced more talent than New York City. He's like, what are you feeding all those guys?
Right now on the basketball front, we're the biggest state in North America.
We got so much talent. We've always had talent.
When I got there, it was just coming above the surface. The seeds had been planted, you know what I mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Raptors are born.
I give Vince Carter a lot of credit. The whole Vinsanity era, he just made them fall in love with the sport at a time when the country was still trying to get to know the sport.
Boom, then it goes 1. And then you're like, all right, bang. What was it, next year? Andrew Wiggins go 1. I think that just kind of stamped it.
It's a whirlwind, and then all of a sudden you got Jamal Murray coming up, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Canadian right now, your percentage is probably better than somebody from another country. We have the most athletes in the NBA other than the US.
We give a lot of other kids in Canada hope. This is a dream of mine my whole life, and it's not gonna be as surprising in the next few years.
It's all about belief. Sometimes it's not where you go, just how well you prepare for it and how many excuses you're gonna make for yourself.
I look at Corey play and I'm like, wow, can you imagine? He's home playing for the Raptors. And I'm sure someone thought back in 95, 96, whoa, look, Colin Charles is playing on St. John's. So what's gonna happen 10 years from now? It's just a cycle that just gets a little bit better as time goes on. exactly. I don't know if I would have excelled in this era. It's definitely, the stage is bigger.
Only certain kind of kid could embark on this adventure. This could change his life, his family's life, his future kid's life, his future grandkids' life, his future great-grandkids' life, you know what I mean? He could impact a whole country.
When people think of Toronto, they think of downtown Toronto, Eden Center, CN Tower. But like, the real Toronto is like what's surrounding it. These little pockets, basically, like if you're around here, you're blessed. Like, you know, nothing's really gonna happen. But once you cross over that bridge and start going west, that's when stuff gets a little iffy around these times. I have a lot of friends that took different paths. I have some friends that are like in the streets, but I have some people that are doing really well, like worked hard and got where they're at right now. Yeah, Jonathan noodles. It gets bad at times. You just gotta be mindful of where you're going and like people who you're with. Before I came to BTB, is like a lot of the top teams were shutting me off and stuff like that. I was trying out, I was getting cut. Those same teams that are cutting me, I'm playing on BTB and I'm beating them now. Now I'm the main guy running the team, so it feels good. Candy's with Under Armour. Northern Kings now is with Adidas. I think is Bounce and Uplay that have the Nike. If you have the sponsorship, you're playing 4 or 5 games in front of 130 Division I coaches. But if you play for a team like BTB that's just coming up, you know, there's not as much opportunities as those guys have. You can play on that team, but play on the bench. Or you can go to a so-called not as good as that team, but you could be the star player. So the tournaments you go to, there's still gonna be a couple coaches there. All you have to do is perform now. I'm ranked 29th in Canada right now, but my mindset is not to be the 29th best player in the country, to be number 1. Because I see myself at a Division I school. Like, I can just picture like how the floor is. I can picture the lines in the floor and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. I've always thought like D1, 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 no matter what.
It's very similar to music, what happened with basketball in this country. Because when me and my crew, like when we were doing it, it's not like there was some kind of example of some Canadian artist that was like busting internationally in terms of hip hop. Sometimes you have to have like actual geographical, cataclysmic, crazy things that happen that produce these amazing gems. My dad came here from Jamaica, my mom came here from Jamaica, my dad was a DJ, and there's just certain sounds, vibes that I grew up with that represented this kind of island energy within the city. Like, those are the things that influenced a lot of us, to let us know, yo, you could be who you are and just be proud of it and rock.
I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and came at the age of 11. It was a kind of a mixed emotions, because I was raised by my grandma, and I was meeting my mother for the first time.
Pierre Trudeau was in power at that time, and he was able to bring up a lot of immigrants from the Caribbean and giving them opportunity.
A lot of my friends are first-generation Canadians. This was a sport that you kind of took up because it wasn't hockey, right?
when I was 12. I scored 3 goals, and we won the playoff game. And after the game, none of my teammates or the coach acknowledged that at all. After that, I was like, okay, I'm done with this hockey thing. I gotta find something else.
We all played in the same place down at George Brown College. If you played basketball and you came to Toronto, you came to the gym.
I met some other guys at George Brown, a guy named Simeon Morris. They were just showing me love, right? I had so much support.
Phil Dixon was getting a scholarship. Mark Hunt was getting a scholarship. So we thought that it was feasible. We can get a scholarship. But the NBA thing, that's a whole nother level.
Switch iPad. Check with her, please. Okay, how old? Date of birth. Name? Okay, number 3. $10.
You were here? Yeah. Go. You go. You're up here. You go, Miles. You go, Keone.
Show me your son now. I gotta get this right now.
The bulldog one.
You guys trapped me off the screen for a game-winning play. You guys are shit, bro. How do you remember Guard me, bro. Guard me. I'll never forget that.
Nice.
Yo, we should just lob it to that guy, bro.
His name's Malachi, bro. Kevin Knox.
I know.
Let's get him buckets.
Oh, yeah. Lefty?
Good?
Yeah.
Why wasn't my coach last year?
Let's go. Hurry up, guys.
I came to the tryout, and then I don't remember who the kid was, but I was locking him up. Like, I dove on the floor to get in. Fi just came and picked me up, like, 2 hands, picked me up. Poof.
Go, Jalen. Switch your spot.
His heart just stood out. He was diving, he was talking, he was leading.
Who's on next? You just got it?
Learning about his background. He's probably the man of his house. And then seeing how he played, it all kind of connected to me because he's got a similar background to myself.
Back. Game, let's go. You lost in a tryout. The guy's trying to take your spot, and you lost. That ain't it. This doesn't mean shit. I'm looking for guys that want to kill people, man. You gotta speak up, guys.
Number 18, Shamar Ryan. Number 25, Malachi Nader. Number 5, Nathaniel Parker. Number 14, Keone Davis. Number 4, Joe Celestine.
Jalen Celestine.
Ooh, the lucky lefty.
He gets to his dad's size, he's high major, like he's big time.
Well, Malaki, like...
Malaki or Malachi?
Malachi.
Oh, butcher the kid's name.
He could be at Kentucky watching this 3 years from now.
Yeah.
That guy didn't even know my name. All right, so he's in. Who's this guy?
Keone Davis. Yeah. Keone's got to be the best defensive guard in the country. He knows that.
Is he gonna ever lose that 20 pounds that he's got?
No, I think he's on it. His mom's got him on a diet. He's lost some weight. He builds a game for himself around the defensive end and leadership. Low D1, CIS, I mean...
Okay, so he's in. Let's move on.
He's in. So in terms of where we are, I think, we're top 1 or 2 programs in the country personally because we have results. You've got 1 in a million kids who get scholarships. So we get 5 kids scholarships, we're kicking ass.
A lot of the warped sensibilities come from the shoe companies because there's so much money involved. They maybe indirectly, but inadvertently, kind of warp the landscape.
Last year we played as an Adidas team, and nothing against Adidas, but it just wasn't worth it. So you got that contract. Sometimes there's pressure now to get that guy,
The next superstars, the next Andrew Wiggins.
And that becomes your focus, right? So if you can lose sight as a coach really quick, if you now feel like your job is to get that guy as opposed to coach your team, develop your athletes, be a mentor, like be the things that a coach should embody.
But from a recruiting standpoint, you're talking to young athletes, right? You say Nike, you say Adidas, it's just another hook.
Basketball back then, it was missing the organization. It was missing the opportunity to play against the best. Nike then created the EYBL.
because Nike stepped up and said, we're gonna start this new elite league for these Nike teams and we're gonna sponsor them all this money and give them all this gear. Now, it forced Adidas and Under Armour to jump into that world.
These shoe circuits, they've recreated an experience that these kids, crave for. They want to play in the, bright spotlights, have so many different coaches come watch them play, have X amount of fans, play in front of, televisions and whatever. An experience that it was impossible. It's never been like this before.
I think we started out 15 and now we're one of the only undefeated team on the UIBL circuit. And kids are asking to sign their jersey that they're just about to wear in a game. And it was kind of like, okay, this is starting to really change now. I know how difficult it is to get onto a shoe circuit. And once you have it, you got to work to keep it because everyone wants it.
People have no idea how expensive it is to fund the program, to put teams on the road, and do it the right way.
An AAU season ends up costing about $50,000.
I think I'll lie to you if I say I don't like the shoe sponsorship. Like, I love it, to be honest. But I know it's just a shoe sponsorship. Like, we're the same team with or without it.
I call it clout, like, for the fame and stuff like that. Like, just to say you have it, to say, like, I'm so good that I have this. Like, just to say I have it doesn't prove anything.
The shoe company will be like, if you get that kid, we'll outfit your entire team, plus we'll give you 50 grand. So that's the game. It's a huge business. Put him in a shoe program now, so then when he gets to college, we'll send him to the same school, and then when he gets to the pros, we'll try to push the sponsor on him. To me, it's like $40 million slaves. You got the masters, the plantations, people taking care of the crops. The high-end people that are making the money, we never see them. We never see them.
Right now, you got a bunch of people that got tournaments, right? And then you got a bunch of people that's trying to piggyback those tournaments and say, well, man, I can make a little bit of money off this tournament. Let me get this tournament going on. And then this guy over here is saying, well, shoes, okay, we got this tournament going on, man. Let's create a scouting service. Okay, now we can get the scout. And it's just, from that standpoint, to me, it's killing the art.
The game has grown, the game's more popular, the game's better in a lot of ways. There's more kids playing. The rise is not just in NBA players, it's across the board. We have better coaches and opportunities. But it's also a big business, and with big business come pitfalls, and trying to navigate that for our kids is something that we gotta continually keep an eye on.
Do that monk in the game? And they rank out the 20 players who's gonna be next to the NBA. And in that, Elijah Fisher is 7. He's the youngest one on that list. Folks that are on this list here always go through.
Stop!
Folks might see him as a future phenom, but I see Elijah as my son. And I want that father-son moment. I don't want to be robbed of that.
See, Pike, see?
Who? I have him, right?
5 millimeter.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Sit down. Get big.
5 millimeter. It's this big.
It's smaller than that, but I got you. I value that time with him, man. That time with him, this is like, and the Albanese boys, not just Elijah, because they're all like, we have our goofy moments together. They're like best friends to me. I know we have lots of kids, but one of them is missing. You can definitely feel it, and these other boys, they feel it too. Where's Elijah? When is Elijah coming back? Oh man, he's gone again?
This is in Washington. I got this for going to Future Phenom Camp, and I was playing good, started killing, and people trying to say that this one player was better than me, so I got to go against him and show people
why I'm one of the best. Michael Jordan. He inspires me to play like he's one of the reasons why I play, because I want to one day be better than Michael Jordan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your
With him, we're living something that's like a dream. It's like each step that he takes, each thing that he does, it's like it was destined to be.
You know, I did an exercise with Cordell the other day where I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And I says, let's look at this. Let's say that this is all the kids that are playing basketball at the prep level that you are now, right? Or high school. And then we made another rectangle within that, that's smaller. And I'm like, okay, well, this is the NCAA level. So it just shrank down. And then from there, it goes down to the pro level. It gets smaller and smaller. That's what I did with him the other day. So kind of like he gets it. I get it.
Auntie!
This is on film, isn't it? Hi.
How are you, Auntie?
You know already how you're living. You guys haven't
This
broke.
was yours because you didn't get any
Thank you.
juice.
Hungry kids.
Wait, upstairs too, guys. There's guys
We're
upstairs.
going to practice
There's
right now.
guys upstairs. It's okay. They can
Yo, why is he not always sleeping, bro? Practice time, fam. Got a game tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
Got a game tomorrow, bro.
Point 5. Amir. Go point 5. Man. Kicking, man. It wasn't a travel? What did you do? It wasn't a travel. Man, get out of here. Look, you want to dunk on me? Go. We good, guys? Look, guys, tomorrow is a big day. I can only tell you how many coaches called me today about just this weekend. No, get back in.
John Plani is, situated in a pretty unique neighborhood. It has notoriety in terms of being one of the more economically disadvantaged neighborhoods in the city of Toronto. They call it the jungle. It's the Lawrence Heights community, they call it the jungle. Every kid that comes to this program is an underdog in some way or another. I look at myself as an underdog. You don't see a whole lot of brown Canadian Muslim coaches. Underdogs recognize other underdogs. They ride out for each other big time.
I'm joking. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it.
BTB is an AAU program where kids play during the summertime, and then TBA is the program that they play during the school year. I mean it when I say we operate on a shoestring budget, but we get it done.
All right, brother. You coming?
Yeah, brother.
I love you, bro.
I love you, bro, too.
Number 1.
We get it. You have Jordan sponsorship. We get it. It's okay.
Hey, peep this.
Yo, they're not ready. They're not ready for the leaky gear, fam. Hey. Full reveal, eh?
Jordan, XXI.
Hey, hold on, you're gonna help if we go that way. Go down. Go wide. Hey, we gotta defend. Glass. Stay. It's okay.
Yo. Positive.
Stay positive, man. Attack his ass. Attack it. Just hold. Hey, we gotta defend.
That's the second shot attack all time. You gotta take it to the basket. So get in there right now.
You're good.
We're good. Guys, we're good. We're good.
Before I came, I'm like, oh, I don't think I want this apartment with a view like the cemetery. I'm like, but then I look at it, I said, these people, every morning, they can't get up. But I get up every day. And I'm giving thanks every day, something they can't do. So every time I look out every morning, it's like reminding me where I've been.
Daddy used to have a charger.
Isaiah Thomas, Book of Isaiah. I watch it all the time. Watch his documentaries. I watch what he does to get better. Because I'm actually the same height as him. 5'9". Honestly, I always go to my mom no matter what. She told me once, like, you know, your dad's not always gonna be around, but you know what? Like, I'm always gonna be around. She's like, if you need me to, I'll be your mom and your dad. So, like, you can come to me for anything.
Can't wait some oxtail. Some real good stuff. See, Jamaican stuff. He's always starving. See rice and peas? You'd be so surprised because I map everything out around Keone's basketball. Like I have when I know he's a tournament, I have everything mapped out. What dinner, what lunch. I put my best in everything. Like Keone puts his best into basketball because he loves it. So I love cooking. I love feeding my family.
Head up. Bobby never shoots. Yes, Bobby.
no matter what you do, you gotta always keep pushing because nothing is set in stone.
Yeah, just one line. I want you to see Isaiah Thomas, man, the smallest player in the NBA, man. You got that guy right now, Keone. I'm that guy. Someone has to become that guy really soon, man. You see the problem?
Yeah.
If he's touching all 5 guys, bringing them in, leading. And look at his mentality. Come here. Bring it in. Everyone bring it in. At the end of the day, we have to bring this to the game. In AAU, you got to bring this. We got to bring this, and we got to bring why are we playing. All the other shit doesn't matter. Your why has to be the most important thing. Let's go. Come on.
Kings on 3. 1, 2, 3, Kings.
Hands 3, come on, hands up.
Oh yeah, my runaway train.
Amazing start, okay? Amazing start. Look. That charge, that's total sacrifice, Keone. You play with that, no one's gonna beat us. Let's go. No one's gonna beat us. He's on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dig in for a possession.
When I'm at my worst, like mentally, I could always just go to a basketball court and work out, and I'll just forget about everything that I'm having trouble with.
Nothing. Sit on him. Force him left. Force him left. Talk. Switch.
When you score on somebody, it's like you feel that like goodness in your heart, and when you lock somebody up, it's like even better. It's like yes, like I finally got it.
Yeah, our ball. Thank you. Yeah, our ball. Let's go.
My 100% dream is to play Division I basketball. 100%.
Hey, come here, man. Come here. If we lose another loose ball, Keone. If we lose another loose ball, Jacob. If they take the ball from us one more time, you're coming out. No one takes the ball from us.
Wow, like there's like millions of kids just like me that are coming from like struggle, or they're even coming from a nice house and they still want to make it. Like, so I got to do it twice as hard now.
My runaway train.
Let's go. We're gonna win the game. Let's go. We're gonna win right here. Let's go. We're gonna win. Look here.
I think about it all the time. Like before I go to bed, like I really gotta make it. Like I really want to make it bad.
Stay together. Stay together.
My mom wants me to get a scholarship, so I have a free education. For someone to try and come take my opportunity, it's like, no, I'm not letting it happen.
Here, let's go. Time out. Let's go, bring it. Get the ball back. It's our ball now. We're gonna score. We're gonna get the ball back. We're gonna win the game. Okay? We're in motion. Stop trying to go off the dribble, Keone. Stop. Stop fucking looking at me like I'm crazy, too. Stop looking at me like don't know what I'm talking about, Keone. Trust the coach. You're attacking and you're getting stuck way too early. That's what's happening. Understood? Run motion.
Seeing early on that I had a gift, and I wasn't necessarily the most talented player all the time, but what I had was a will to win, and, you know, I knew how to punk people.
I hear that term all the time. You're the GOAT, you're the GOAT. I go on the court, I'm a different person, right? It's like a Superman cape just come on your back, right?
My dad bought us a hoop. We used to put on gloves, 2 pairs of sweatpants, 2 pairs of hoodie,
Go out there, shovel the driveway, and just play all day.
Working hard and doing whatever it took to win. It's kind of like a hockey mentality.
I had a plan from then. I was like, I'm gonna get better every day. You know, I might be here now, but I'm gonna be up here in 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
When you see multiple guys make it out, you know, it gives you a little bit more motivation to believe it.
You gotta be lucky to get to the NBA also. There's a lot of guys in the world who can play the game. It's just a matter of being in the right place, right time, you know, things working out for you in the right way.
At 15 years old, I was the #1 player in the country, and I was on cloud 9. Coming out of my area, nobody was ever #1 in the country. You know, it was a different element I was dealing with. I was a kid in a man's world playing a game that was really a business. You gotta know what you're getting into. To make it into the NBA, you got less than a 1% chance.
Elijah is basically the product of all these decades of trying to build it and trying to, you know, catch up to the Americans. And so he gets to have all the opportunities that no one ever had before at this age. Ranked #1 in his class, you know, getting recruited already. Like Andrew Wiggins, things didn't start to happen until the 9th grade. You know what I mean? So Elijah is like 3 years ahead of him. He's the best 12-year-old in the history of Canada at this age.
Hi. This is my locker. It's kind of messy now. I got history, math, laptop, Air Jordan, shout out MJ. Cafeteria, where I eat my food, where I get my drinks. Or Five Alive. Five Alive is a juice.
Apple juice. Don't drink juice because the sugar and stuff like that. I just drink water or chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's actually really good for you.
Wait, weren't you just drinking apple juice today in class?
It would cost somebody about $30,000 for tuition, books, and uniform. And I'm not one that thinks that we're necessarily the answer to all of Elijah's and his parents' prayers. But what we're giving him here is almost a no-fail possibility on the academic front.
I came from a school like where I didn't have to do any score. I'm gonna get like a B. Come here, like if I don't do anything, I'm gonna fail. I have to do a lot.
Me, came from a school where bad area, you know. You know, I didn't care about work, just about basketball, and just seeing Coach Rowe came to grassroots and gave me an opportunity to come to this school. So.
Come on.
It's about time, young blood.
Go.
About time, young blood. He has a drive that he's got to be the top dog. And that there, I can't tell you. I can't say it came from me. I can't even say it came from Mom. As much as he's doing all these things and you think he's older than he really is, he really mentally is a kid. A lot of times it's us gauging ourselves as to how we deal with him.
Hey, mouse in the house. Mouse in the house. Mouse.
Oh, shit.
Your turn. Come on. You just stop. You gonna make the man dunk on you like that? Fat check ball.
Must be a bad baller back in the day.
I don't know, Coach.
You know what I'm saying?
I told you Elijah was the captain.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait. Coach Rowe.
Yeah.
Can you tell my dad the news I'm taller than him? Look. Coach Rowe, look.
Which lifetime? Come on, man. I got him.
I have you.
Ooh, he grew though.
I have you.
He probably grew a
See,
quarter
you
of an
already
inch.
said he grew though.
I have you by 2 or 3 inches.
Every day you wake up, what can I do to get better today? This year, media is watching you play and they're critiquing you. You gotta show the progress and show the work because the target's on your back now. Let's go, just like Wiggins, let's go. Quick. Go, get low and then jump. Let's go, get low and then push it up. Get underneath it, get it up. Yeah, that's better.
Coach Rowe asked him a question, what drives you? And he told Coach Rowe that it was to make his mom stop work, make his dad stop work, wants his grandparents to stop working.
I need a swish, Ready?
For a young kid his age, that's what drives you and that's what you're thinking of. It's very, as I say, I'm older, but inspired by a younger kid.
Same thing, let's go.
When you see stuff like that and hear answers like that, then it really makes you really think and say, you know, we've done something right. So.
All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. Don't show you're tired. You gotta hit it. Come on. Crowds screaming, right? 20,000 people. You still gotta have ice in your vein. Come on. Can't be missing that. Focus. Make sure everything's perfect.
I wanted these guys to live in an environment where it's a lot different, man. Because in Toronto, I remember sometimes coming home from work and my wife would tell me, don't go this way because it's blocked up, because there's a shooting here or there's something happening here. So it was natural that we'd definitely go further east, so we went out to Oshawa. So this guy here.
No, please, no.
Yeah, man, just tell me that story. Hold up. No, stop, man. I'm about to tell the story anyways, whether you're here or not, I'm about to tell the story. His love for basketball. So he must have been about 5 or 6. We took our first trip down to Florida. And in the back of the villa, they had a pool, but the pool was covered. There was a basketball that was on the cover. And because this guy loved basketball so much, he walked on the covering just to go get the basketball. But he was walking on it fine, but the moment he realized that he was on top of water, he went right down under. And a buddy of mine was there and he was able to grab him and pull him out, and they had the story that Elijah walked on water. And it was all just to get a stupid small basketball.
Nah.
No, you're still gonna get 2.
You got 3. 5.
3.
All right, roll your 3 so I can roll my 4.
Roll my 3.
My 6. No. You had a little twist on there. I don't know. That look borderline cheating. That's borderline cheating.
Where are you on with my phone? Right here.
I don't get tired,
On Instagram, he has over 794,000 hits. On YouTube, on this one here, it's 296,000. He just does things that are just above his age. I mean, social media is great, but it's also bad. Like, you might go into an Instagram video and a posting and you might see a nasty message. Like, I've seen a few and it's gotten to the point where I just stop looking at them. It's adults who know better that are doing this. It makes no sense. No. He's really gonna throw this at.
Like, before, like, when I walked to the gym, like, no kids would notice me. They would just watch me play, and then after the game, they were like, oh, you're really good. But now I walk into the gym, they're like, oh my God, that's Elijah Fisher. And then they'll start asking for pictures and that. It makes me feel, like, good, and, like, knowing that I improved more. Because before, no one wanted my picture, no one knew who I am. But now, like, they do know who I am. So it makes me feel good, like, knowing that working hard actually improves. Like, it shows something.
Who's running study hall today?
Yeah, every time you haven't won in our crib yet.
I had a good game. I hugged, double, bro. I hugged, but I passed the ball.
No.
I had 18 assists, 15 to this guy.
No. There was a 1-2 time where you was double teamed, you know, in the basket.
Yeah, overrated. Oh, I'm gonna hear that tomorrow for sure.
Steve will hear that for sure.
I'm gonna hear that for sure tomorrow. Overrated. Overrated. Probably a whole bunch of stuff, man. I got 1 bucket, then 1 bucket turned 2 buckets, then 3 buckets turned 4 buckets.
Yo, Cordell, how much you have right now, fam? 58, fam? That's light.
I scored 86 points. It didn't feel real, like, it felt like I was playing a video game.
You're blessed?
It was more than just 86. Like, you know, it was just who I did it for.
Angels catch us flying away.
18-year-old Darius Thorne was shot and killed yesterday afternoon in Oshawa. Investigators do not believe this was a random shooting. They haven't released any information about possible suspects.
One of my old teammates, LaSalle, we have a group chat, and he's like, RP Darius. I was like, Darius, which Darius? He's like, Baller Darius. I'm like, not the one from like my Darius, I'm like from grassroots. I was doing laundry and packing and stuff like that, and I literally stopped for like 3 hours. Him dying from gun violence is just hard. Like, you know, like someone, like, I don't, like, it's lost for words, like. I still can't believe it till this day, like someone, like, I was just right there with him and now he's gone. Like, you know, so it's kind of hard.
Holy smokes. Let me get everyone in really close. You know, I'm not really sure for some of you guys right now, okay? And I mean it in every sense of the word. I'm not sure if your dreams are stronger than your desires or if your desires are stronger than your dreams, okay? And there's some guys here that came here when their dreams were stronger than their desires, and now they're complacent. And complacency is the death of desire. You know, if you're fucking complacent and if you think you've made it, quit. When you think you've made it, quit. Otherwise, if you're ready to go, let's get after it. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Guys, let's get our noise level up. Ball. Let's be better. Good, play off that. Ball. Go. Amir, ball. You have to March 17th. I'm only at you because the last signing day for NCAA is May 17th. Like I'm all out, but you gotta be same way. Like you gotta help me out, right?
It's just freaking like it's harder right now.
Huh?
Like yesterday, like I didn't want to think about basketball nothing.
Yeah.
Like
you're tired.
Not even the night before. I was up to like 4 a.m. just thinking.
Yeah.
About this whole situation and shit. So.
It's tough, but this is why you gotta be more determined than ever, right? You gotta lock in. You gotta lock in, and you gotta trust the process. You've always been the guy that talks about the process. Here, you just gotta trust it, man. Right? Just do it. Just get it done. Just go. Like Adam doesn't even know where he's going right now, but he's like, shit, I'm gonna trust the process. And like right now, like I'm not like, you know, hating on you or anybody, but right now, like Adam's our best prospect. Just because I think he's grown more than anyone on this team. Right? I think you probably have the highest upside, but I think you've got to get better a little bit more. And I know your dreams are bigger than your desires.
you go back from like grade 7, we all had dreams of, okay, we had to go teamwork, talking about what schools we're gonna go to and stuff like that.
My runaway train.
If that can happen to him, like it can happen to me, it can happen to my best friend. That's the scariest part about it.
Oh yeah, my runaway train. My runaway train going far away.
This is exactly what's gonna happen if we don't call fouls on this guy. This is exactly what's gonna fucking happen. You get a technical.
80% of it is not bullshit. It's us. We lost by 5. It's us. If we lost by 5, we would have said, yo, yeah, we should have made different adjustments here. We lost by 40, fam. Can't blame no one but ourselves.
Keone, get up. Extend all the way up. Don't throw the ball. Get up and finish it. Off of one leg. Still going off of one leg. Okay, yeah, but get up. Shooters have an energy. Shooters are moving around thinking shot, right? I got to be like this. I got to be ready to shoot. Just go, Keone. Whoa. Let's go. Use your legs. Keone, why are you going slow? Your arms hurt, not your legs. All right, everything's got to be quick, Keone. No more slow. Slow is not going to work. Can't be small and slow.
But I live here for a long time. I remember him. Jesus Christ, man. Where you live?
Where I live, I'm in Ajax now. I'm out east.
God, you guys can move fast, eh?
It's probably different in terms of like the demographics because this whole city's being gentrified, right? But in terms of the way it looks, yeah, like this is it, man. That's me when I can jump, getting way above the rim. That's Corey's dad, DJ. I was really inspired by Colin Charles because he lived in the building next to me. When I saw him make the front page of the sports section or sign to St. John's, maybe you want to pursue basketball. Jamal McGlure, his jersey was retired right now. People would be leaning over here and just big dunker, big three, they would be slapping. We would pressure teams in here and they couldn't deal with it. Like, you know, this isn't what you would call a world-class facility, right? But this represented, you know, really, in some sense, hardship. Like, look at our gym. This is where we're at. This is what we represent. You had to be tough out here and you had to earn all of your respect. You know, I cried when this school closed down, to be honest with you. I was that moved by it and, you know, just what it represents. And, you know, it's still kind of sad to see it close down. If not for the opportunity and, you know, the direction that I got here, who knows? I honestly didn't have an alternative in terms of putting myself through, university. I'm the first person in my family to earn a university degree, and I'm very proud of that. Especially people coming from my background. You don't need handouts, you need opportunity. You need a pathway. So, my life would probably be drastically different if I didn't come here.
I know Vi likes Keone. He's looking for better things for Keone. I really believe in him. I trust him, or I wouldn't be here.
This is where I grew up. This is my middle school, Morning Star. I was in grade 7, actually. In grade 7, I remember because
I made breakfast for him. He left. He didn't even know what happened. I went to the hospital, and then he had practice.
Yeah, she was missing
right
for like
after.
a week and a half, and I'm like, where's mom? And then they're like, in the hospital, she's doing tests or something. I'm like, oh, okay, she'll be back. A couple days pass. I'm like, where the hell's my mom? Like,
when I had the stroke, he didn't even know. He said to me, Mom, could you have died? And I said to him, yeah. He's like, what would happen to me?
I just felt like I gotta be more independent. Like, I gotta watch how I do everything. Like, just learning how to be a man. Mom's name. My mom means everything to me. It's like, without her, I don't know what I would be doing right now, who I would be, or where I would be.
You got a scholarship?
I got a couple.
What?
In Canada, just looking for the States ones now.
Okay.
Mhm.
What?
Like, obviously, like, everyone wants to go to the NBA and stuff like that, but like I don't know anything but basketball. You really take it in, like, what else have I been doing?
Sure.
So it's like, if I don't make money making the sport, bro.
So you feel like you failed in a sense.
I want to be like, I play basketball, that's it. Guys who play here, they play basketball, but they still have to
They
do
work a next job. Maybe, yeah.
Yo, why you get tall every time I see you, fam?
Thank you. Try to come to as much as I can, because I know he comes to support me, so it's like, I come to support him too. Watching my bro play men's leagues and watching his high school career, I think that's where I get a lot of my IQ from. Let him up!
When you watch your game, did you stop it?
I stop it and like bring it back and rewatch it.
Certain things, like one thing like I learned when I was at Humber is like, right when you're about to get into your play, pause it. And then like try to read what you're reading in the game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because then you'll see different angles where you're like, oh shit, like I could have maybe spun back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you look at it differently. Like it says on it, oh. Tell us I'm gonna roast it.
From when I was a kid, all I knew was basketball. I used to be the little kid sitting on his bench, yelling when the other team was shooting the free throw.
My coach used to call this guy the mascot. Like he was like, he got a jersey and everything, like, this little chubby light-skinned kid. Can I sit on the bench? Of course, mascot, come on. And Cordell sit on the bench beside us,
And then you get stuck, and I just put up some wild layup, and then that's how we went up by 1.
Cordell has a drive in him that, like, I respect him for that sense, He didn't let nothing steer him off his path. Like, I don't want to, like, put on my parents or anything, but I think just, like, where our family was at the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were in, like, a tougher area. Like, my mom was working more. My dad was working more. They were still trying to make it happen for us. So there's a lot more time where I was like on my own or need to figure stuff out on my own, you know what I mean? And obviously that led to like, you know, good things and bad things. My situation, 'cause I had a kid young, right? I had a kid when I was in high school, right at that point where Cordell is now. Like he's thinking about options, whatever. Like I was supposed to go to Chicago. Like I had like shit on the table to go do, and then I had my daughter.
At the time, I didn't really understand how it would affect his life. But I understood that like it's a big change. Like, you know, like something that wasn't supposed to happen happened. I was like, ugh.
Cordell felt that moment. He seen me build my whole life to say I'm going to the States, and he seen I was about to do something, you know? And he seen like what I had to do after, and like, you know what I mean? Like I was open with it with him. I let him know, like, bro, like you see, I'm here now, like, you know? You're the only man right now that can drop the ball. You know what I mean? That's you right now. So it depends if you're gonna hit the shot or, you know? Yeah. Trust me.
Wow. When I'm this age, hopefully I'll be playing pro somewhere, you know? Flying my brother out to come watch my games and stuff like that.
Canada. I ain't never been to Canada. Me either. Always ready to go.
We'll get this out. You guys have these guys on Instagram?
No. I think I'll
get these guys on Instagram, man.
I gotta follow back there.
Hey, you don't follow back. No, I used to follow this guy, but he's unfollowing me, so I'm following him.
No! You made me have to stretch it. You gotta start paying me for this, eh?
What?
All this thing I've been doing for you, like, you're kidding me, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Last year, grassroots came and they had this kid over there that everybody was coming to me, all the other teams were coming to me complaining about. After the first game that I saw him play, I basically went out to my car, got my laptop, and pounded out a story in about 15 minutes. Yo, this Canada team got this kid. He's like baby LeBron or something.
I love the rankings, but you have to be the goods, though. His ceiling is unbelievable.
I try not to be a sensationalist, but I've really not seen anything like him. There's just no stopping the kid, quite frankly.
If he gets to 6'9", 6'10", because he's really tall for his age, you're dealing with somebody who's a first-round draft pick.
If he gets to like 6'6" and 6'8", it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. Whoa.
Oh, his ankle? Okay. You're tight and tighten that shoe.
It's already done.
Oh, it's tight. Did you roll it bad or?
Save it for the All-Star game.
That's exactly.
Right now, just relax, man. This stuff don't mean nothing, man.
You out, bro?
Just for this game.
You know, what's his name? Imani Bates? He's dunking too, right? What grade he going to, 8th? He could give you competition? You think he might give you competition? All right, please.
Fundraiser to come to Las Vegas. I had a lot of family members, friends, stuff like that, and like the amount of times I heard you better make it, like don't forget about me when you make it. If I had a nickel for every time, like I'd be a millionaire. Like what is making it to you, you know what I mean? Like
oh my God, the weather, it's fucking hot.
Yo, Mateus, what's NS?
On phone now.
Never satisfied.
NS. This guy has to smile when he does it.
I don't really see myself as a known guy.
Known guy.
I'm not.
Hello, my name is Malachi Nadir.
Shut up.
I'm 6'7", I'm the captain of Northern Kings.
I am Malachi Nadir. It's not even how I talk. I don't know.
When he misses the layup, he goes... slaps it. My fault.
No, I say my fault.
The Malachi. That's what we call it.
It's pretty known.
Oh my
It's pretty known.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not known. I'm known to you guys. I'm from St. Thomas. Last weekend, there's tons of coaches there, and school's calling about me.
Say the school name.
Virginia Tech called for me, Mateus, and Levine. So it's just the first step of the process, I guess.
He's about to cry.
But if I had told you, I was just shocked, like, couldn't really comprehend what he just told me.
I broke my ring finger. Like, it's still, like, it's just a little bit depressing. Maybe like a prep school's watching us play, and maybe like if I played well, he would have like got interested in me. Like, who knows? So like, it's just like I said, it's kind of hard.
Did you see my text? You should just read it, but don't yell because everyone's in the room, and I don't want to be like put on blast. You know, just be calm. Just read it. I got up and I forgot my bag, and then I just forgot that it was there, and I went upstairs to my room, and then I was like, oh shit, where's my bag? And I came back downstairs, it was gone. Now we are gathered here today, Father. Hopefully, we can find Keone's bag with many valuables in it, ranging from money, hallelujah, to shoes, hallelujah, passports, and give me an amen. Amen. One more time, let me get an amen.
Amen. One more time, we'll get an amen, brothers. Amen. Hallelujah.
What's going on? I need to have fun before I freak out about losing my passport.
Hit it. Fuck. Kellen, you heard me? Start guessing next pass in the zone.
We turned the ball over, and everyone just dribbled right by you, and you're jogging like this, Kellen. Holy crap. Rebound. Run! Deserve to lose. Don't tell them a good game. Don't tell them that. No, they're playing like crap. Playing like crap. Every single rebound was theirs. Every loose ball was theirs. We want to shoot threes and look pretty and think that makes me a basketball player. No, they're basketball players. Why? They just kicked your ass. With effort, with heart and desire, they beat you. Were you guys more skilled and more talented? Absolutely. What does that mean right now in this moment? Absolutely nothing. I won't have it around me, straight up. I'm not having that around me, guys. I'm not built like that, Sam. So this smile on your face, you better lose the smile, man. Well, guess what? I think you are, so what? I think you are smiling, now what? That's what matters, Sam. It's what I think. What I think matters now. Not Twitter, not Instagram, not how many likes. I'm not having guys around me that aren't here to win. We'll send you back home. We'll keep you at the hotel room. I'm here to win basketball games and get scholarships. and that's it. You don't want to make it seem like a job at this point, but at the same time, that's the fine line. It's like, we're out here playing AAU basketball. You know, that kid we played against is going to be a pro. There's professional coaches in the gym. In basketball, you're a year removed, maybe 2 removed from the highest level. There's people really investing a lot of time, money, and energy. For some people, well, it's their livelihood.
You good?
For Canadians, it matters. If you have an opportunity to be number 1, I think anybody out there will take that.
Yeah, baby. Oh my God. The NBA is a business, and this middle school basketball here, as young as these guys are, it's a business. Sometimes folks may come up to me and they may sell me on something, and I'll be like, "Oh my goodness, this is great, this is amazing," and you'll be like, "Oh, pump your brakes." A ranked player coming through, it's like a marketing thing. At the end of the day, being inside and being right there with Elijah, I know for a fact that Elijah's going to get an education out of this.
You did not drive.
I can drive.
You said you were driving.
I drove here.
No, you didn't.
Play ball.
You can't check him. I was the coach.
I couldn't check him?
No.
I couldn't check him.
Maybe sometime, but not all the time.
All the time. I would check him. I'll show me this. Get down, be in his face.
You don't play D like that. You don't.
I'll play D.
Facts.
I'll play D like that.
You don't play no D like that. You just.
Oh man, call me up, man.
Hey, listen, I want to see you in the future. Now,
all right.
Don't give up. Keep working, man.
All right.
You ready?
Until you ready?
7th grade most valuable player, Elijah Fisher.
Make my trophy, man. I work hard for this, man. I drive all the way down here. I should get a trophy for all the world. Like, thank you, man.
Too MVP.
I need my picture taken.
You top prospect.
Thank you, I'm top prospect.
Oh, wait.
I work hard for this, too.
Oh, wait.
Hey, listen to me, man. What means something is you staying focused and keeping your head in the game, and the people you meet along the way. All right? Just remember that. Nice jacket, though. I think I might wear it a couple times.
You ain't gonna wear this jacket.
Elijah's not our next Wiggins. Elijah's the next Elijah. Wiggins is Wiggins. Corey Joseph is Corey Joseph. Tristan Thompson is Tristan Thompson. When folks tell them about Wiggins, we ground them and tell them, well, no, you are Elijah. You need to be like the next Elijah. You're gonna be Elijah. Create that and run with that.
I was pissed yesterday, as you guys can tell, right? My wife reminded me today to pray for you guys, to help you guys understand the opportunity at hand. Because you don't. And I can't blame you at your age for not understanding and having perspective. But when I was 14, 15, I don't have perspective either. Someone brings me somewhere, I'm here. Let's turn up. Let's have fun. And then when it's game time, I'll go play. You guys cannot do that, guys. No other program in Canada has this age group here. It's facts. So if any of you are doubting our love for you, again, at 14, 15, I get that coach came down on me really hard. He don't like me. You think we brought someone we don't like to Vegas? I would describe that as, man, I got people who love me. I want to see you guys be successful, man. That's it. No, I'm almost in tears. I'm almost in tears because no one did this for me. Their sponsor team is supposed to beat us. This is everything we're about. We're giant killers. We're gonna kill them. And they're not gonna know what happened. Good job, Keone. Pitbull! Pitbull! Work the ball, work the ball, work the ball. Hey, Malachi, shade him. Shade him.
Rain down, anywhere I go.
So clap it up, good job. Clap it up, clap it up. Hey, we're not done yet. Hey, we are far from done. We're in the Elite 8 of a national tournament. Are we surprised? No. Are we content? No. We win tomorrow, we're in the Final Four. That's a huge deal down here, a huge accomplishment. It says a lot about your character and about who you are.
When I was going into grade 12, I was a counselor at Eli Pasquale basketball camp. You know, you gotta think, like, this is the best point guard in the country, and he's driving me home in a pretty beat up car. And he said, so, do you wanna play in the NBA? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, then you should declare that right now. He's like, I didn't decide I wanted to play in the NBA until before my 5th year at UVic. And I was the last cut on the Sonics and the Bulls. And if I had just declared my intentions to myself that I wanted to do that earlier, there's no way that I couldn't have made that last little step. At the time, I didn't really, fully understand the depths of like a declaration, like putting it out there in the universe and living up to that every day. But having someone like that plant that seed was very pivotal.
Girl! Come here, quick. AY, shoot to the corner. Okay, Tariq, it's a back screen from the team. Give it in, shoot it. 2-point game. 1 game away from the Final Four. These opportunities are far and in between, guys. Far and in between. Once you get your legs, you're gonna start flying over people. All right. Good summer, man. I'm proud of you, man.
National championship on the line. This is first ever, man. This is it right here. Senior, go out with a bang.
Keep it, keep it, keep it. We're only up 9 right now, even though we should be up 15, 16, is because we're missing some free throws. Take your time, guys.
Here we got this. Let's go. Lock in.
It's okay. It's okay. Run. You guys are good. Line up, guys. Line up. Honestly, I don't have the words to kind of capture how you guys are feeling. But I'll say this much. I'll say, you know, proud of you guys. The stuff we did together, like, you know, it wasn't picture perfect. Like, look at you guys. Like, you're the only team in this whole weekend that's wearing reversible jerseys. Like, that's beautiful. It was just you guys, a bunch of underdogs trying to take on the world, right? And you guys did great. Like, this one game doesn't define us at all, right? What defines us is how we got here and how we played and how we were with each other. The youngsters, remember this feeling. Like, this moment means a lot to these seniors, right? It's gonna mean a lot to you one day as well.
Well, there's the big it. The big it is to get into the NBA. That's what the end goal is for a lot of these guys. However, when you look at what the path is to it, it's just like they say, it's a lottery. And then there's other people who undeniably they have the it factor. So you're talking about a Wiggins. So what is it, genetics? Is it timing? Is it contacts? Is it skill? Is it all of the above? So, yeah. Other than that, you go into the lottery. And even then, you still go to the lottery. Yeah. So making it is getting into the lottery. That's amazing.
There's a day that, like, I don't know, I've seen a lot of people do their own signing days, so it's like, now that I'm here, it's like, I got here, like, so now after this, just move on to the next step. Oh. Chill, bro. Oh my God.
Who's that? Who's that? Jeez, that's sleepy.
Let me live, bro.
Eat that, bro. Everyone look this way.
This is incredibly big time for the organization to have our first NCAA Division I commit. Right? It's not something that happens often. Like, I think this year we'll probably have 23, 24 Division I commits in all of Canada. You know, all these other guys, they're excited because now it's like, hey, you know, if Cordell can get it, I can too.
I want to thank everyone who came out today. You know, I want to thank my brothers around me. It's been a journey this year, a deal. When I had no opportunities, he presented opportunities for me. So I'm really thankful for him. It's my dream to play Division I basketball, and now that it's here, just move on to the next step. So thank you for everyone. Feel good.
No, I'm going to start to cry. I'm biting my tongue to keep me from crying. You did it though. Right from grade 9, all that hard work, that's what this was for. And you set an example for all these guys behind you too.
Shout out to the squad, man. FIU come in, man. You already know what it is, man. Hi.
Ultimately, it starts off that you want to make it. You know, you want to make it to the NBA. Every year, it's amazing to me, you know, how many people put their name in the draft knowing that it's only 60 spots. Like, somebody lying to you. Like, everybody can't get drafted. In terms of bouncing the ball, I always tell people this. I played 13 years. That's a hell of a career. Damn near scored over 12,000 points, 6,000, 7,000 assists or whatever. And it's like, it's done, it's over. It's like that. 35 years old, what you gonna do? You gotta find that life after basketball.
I think that being someone bigger than what you are in the basketball court is huge. Because I want to make it, but I don't want to make it in just basketball. I want to be remembered as somebody that like helped in the community, or I don't want people to just know that, yeah, that kid's a good basketball player, but I don't know of him. Andrew Wiggins. Everybody knows him. You watch him on TV all the time. It's like, wow, Andrew Wiggins is here. Oh my gosh. Like, wow, like he's actually such a good person because he came as the community and just gave. Like, he fixed up the gym, like he fixed the teen room that we go to every day. He gave me some kind of like inspiration that like maybe one day I can come back and give to these kids like that'll be so happy to see me. Be like, wow, like it's Keone Davis, like he's amazing.